Hey everyone! Welcome back to Musicians Inspiring Musicians. My name is Caroline and this is the second video in our beginner ukulele intro series. So in this video I am going to teach you some notes on the third and second string. There's also a printout in the description box that you can use to help follow along with this video. So let's get started. If you missed the first video, you might want to go and check that out. We go over the parts of the ukulele, how to hold it, how to tune it, and what the names of the open strings are. Okay, so in the last video, as I just said, we went over the open strings. So just to review, the open third string, which is the string we're going to start with today. So remember, this is your fourth string. We're on the third right here. So your open third string. That is your C string, okay? So when you play that, you are playing a C, and that's the note we're gonna start with today. C, written on the music staff, is on the first ledger line below the music staff. So anytime you would see that note, you would play a C. The only other note we are going to learn on this string today is D. So to play D, we are going to use our second finger, which is our middle finger. So when we play ukulele or guitar, you only count 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers. You don't count your thumb because it's behind on the neck and you're not going to use it. So your second finger, your middle finger, you're going to place this on the third string. So the same string you just played, it's going to be on that string, and you're going to put it behind the second fret. So here we are. I am not on the actual fret, I'm behind it. So this is your first fret, second fret, third string, and behind the fret. Again, not on it, because if you're on it, you're gonna get this muffled sound. So if you're getting that sound, you're either on your fret or you're not pressing down on the string hard enough. So here I am, if I'm behind the fret, but I'm really not like pressing the string down, it'll sound like that. So make sure you're not on the fret, and if you're not on the fret and you're getting that sound, you need to push down more with your fingertip. That's D. When you play, you want to think about, again, I mentioned this in the last video, try and keep your thumb behind the second fret in the middle of the neck and curl your fingers and play with your fingertips. So I'm not like flat, my fingers are not flat, they are curled. That way you can actually press down on the string and you're not blocking any strings below the string that you're on, okay? So just to review, our open third string, we have a C, and then on the second fret of the third string, that's a D, and D is written right below the music staff, right below that first line. So again, we have C, and then D. So now, let's try playing these notes in like a little exercise. So we're gonna start out with whole notes. They get, if you do not know this, they receive 4 beats. So we're gonna play the note on beat 1, and then it's gonna ring for beats 2, 3, and 4. So we're gonna play 2 C's and then 2 D's as whole notes, all right? So you play 2 C's, 2 D's. So just to give you an example, before we play together, you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. That was your whole note C. Whole note D, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you play your whole note D, you have to keep your finger pressing down on the string, or else it's gonna go to a C. So you have to keep your finger tip on D if you want it to ring. And the note might die out before we get to the 4th beat, but that is okay, let it fade. You don't wanna do 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't wanna like rush the rhythm. You wanna keep it nice and steady, all right? So we're gonna do 2 C's and 2 D's as whole notes, all right? So I will count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. C again. 1, 2, 3. Switch to D. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Good job. So those are the only 2 notes we're going to play on that string for now. So now let's try the same 2 notes, but we will play them as half notes. So half notes are going to get 2 beats. So we're going to have C would sound like this. If I played you 2 half note Cs, 1, 2, 3, 4. So just like the whole notes, I played on beat 1 and it rang for beat 2. But then on beat 3, I played another half note and it rang for beat 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. All right. So we're going to do 2 measures of C and 2 measures of D. So in total, you're playing 4 of each note. All right. So let's start with C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now D. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Let's play it one more time. Still half notes, still C and D. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Nice job. Hopefully you're getting a little more comfortable with playing just C and D. Now, why don't we play quarter notes of C and D? So quarter notes get 1 beat. So we're going to do, again, 2 measures of each individual note, but now with quarter notes. So you would have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm playing on every single beat this time. All right. So 2 measures of C, 2 measures of D. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Good. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Good job. So one thing I wanted to mention, I am using my right hand thumb to play those notes. You could try that. You could try alternating your fingers, like index, middle, index, middle. Also, sometimes some players use like a felt pick to pick the string instead. So I would experiment with it, see what works best for you. Maybe just start with your thumb. Eventually, it would be good if you can use your thumb and your fingers and kind of alternate. But in the beginning, maybe just try out your thumb or try like index, middle to get you going. So those are your C and D notes on the 3rd string. So now let's learn a little bit of the 2nd string. So the string right below your 2nd string. From the previous video when we talked about tuning, you might already know that when the 2nd string is open, it is an E. And if I were to write that E on the music staff, it would be on the 1st line. So that's our E. Now, you're going to play on the same string, the 2nd string, but we're going to use a different fret than the 3rd string. So now you're going to take your index finger, your 1st finger, place it on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Just like that. So I'm on the 2nd string, but I'm on the 1st fret. Again, I'm behind the fret. I'm not on it. And I'm pressing down to create the sound. So that is your F. So open, you have E, then you have F. And F on the music staff is written on the first space. Then we got one more note on this string to learn. If you take your third finger, so your ring finger, place it on the third fret of the second string, just like this. That is G. All right, so to review, open second string, we have E. First finger, first fret, second string, F. Third finger, third fret, second string, G. E, F, G. So it goes alphabetically, E, F, G, just on that string. So let's do a few exercises to help you play and switch from these 3 different notes. So now we're only going to stick to the second string right now. So let's play, we'll do a whole note of E, F, G, F, E. Again, this is on the printout of your music, so you can follow along that way as well. So one of each note, all whole notes. So again, you're going to give it 4 beats. All right. Second string starting on E. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. So let's try it one more time, and I will say the notes out loud so you can kind of get a feel of how they sound and what they look like while you're hopefully reading along with me. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. F, 2, 3. Now to G, 2, 3. Back to F, and now E. Good job. So those are your whole notes with E, F, G. So now let's try the same thing, but we're going to do half notes. So we'll do 2 E's, half notes, 2 F's, 2 G's, back to F, back to E. Just like we did with the whole notes, but now we're changing them to half notes. So remember, half notes get 2 beats. So you'd have like 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice, good. Let's do it one more time. I will do a mixture of counting and saying the notes. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. E. 3. Now to F. 1, 2, 3. Now to G. Back to F. 1, 2, 3, 4, and E. Yes. Now you may have noticed one thing that will be helpful. When I play F, obviously I have my first finger down because I need it to play F. But when I went F, G, and back to F, I kept my first finger down. So if I have F, then G, I still have my index finger on F, and then I lift it up again. I lift up my G, my ring finger, for F. So even though I kept my first finger on F while I played G, G will sound. So that's G, and my finger is on F. But if I lift G up, I'm back to F. So that is a good way to play a sequence if you have like F, G, F, because it's going to make it easier rather than lifting up the finger and then putting it back down when you can just leave it down. It's also going to sound more connected. So if I don't leave my finger down, you might potentially get this. You hear there's a pause in between versus. So So if you can, I would work on over time keeping that down because it'll make your music sound more connected and smooth. Now, if you had an E and then a G, I would not automatically put F and G down because it's unnecessary. Only really in a situation where you have an F, a G, and then an F again, it makes sense to leave it down. But if you had a random G, I wouldn't put F down because you might over time need this finger somewhere else. So just a little tip to help make it more connected, also help stretch your fingers a little bit. Okay, now let's play E, F, G as quarter notes. So we're gonna do one measure of each. So a measure of E, F, G, F, E, just like we've been doing, but with quarter notes. So now each note, you're playing one beat, quarter note, all right? Starting on E. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Good job. So now we have E, F, G. So let's do a little review on the third and the second string. So we started out with our open third string, C. Then we took our second finger, our middle finger, placed it on the second fret of the third string, and got D. So you have C, and then D. Then we went to the open second string, which is our open E. Then the first finger on the first fret of the second string is your F. And then third finger, third fret, second string, G. So you have your E, F, G. So we just learned C, D, E, F, G. That's half of our C major scale so far. So let's try playing nice and slow all of those notes one at a time, all right? So we're gonna start to C, we're gonna work our way to G, all right? And we're gonna go really slow. I'll count you in. And we'll do quarter notes, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. All right. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Let's try it again, and I will say the notes as we play it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, D, E, F, G. Nice job. So you just learned 5 notes in no time on the ukulele. So I would review these exercises. If you want to rewatch and play along with me again, you can also slow the video down. You can pause the video and work on the exercises a little bit more and then play it with me. But I hope you found this video very helpful, especially if you did not know these notes. I know a lot of the times when you start ukulele, you start learning chords, which is a lot of fun, and it's good to know chords, and we will do a series on that as well. But I also think it's important to know what notes you're actually playing on the fretboard and how to play melodies and how to read the music. So again, I hope this video was helpful. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Let us know down below if there's any other types of videos like this that will be helpful for you. We would love to hear some feedback and what you guys want to see and learn. And look out for the next video where we will look at the first string notes, and then we will put together our C major scale. So great job today, and I will see you next time. Bye!